Ah, a question not of finance, but of the soul. You see, wealth is not just measured in numbers. It is measured in perception, in comparison, and in the stories we tell ourselves. So allow me, an observer of your species, to explain. Imagine a man named John. He grows up in a small village, dreaming of one day earning enough to own a car. Years pass. John moves to the city, works hard, and one day he buys a shiny new sedan. But something strange happens. At a traffic light, a black Mercedes pulls up beside him. Suddenly, his pride turns into quiet envy. His car no longer feels special. This is the relativity of wealth. As Morgan Housel writes in The Psychology of Money, wealth is what you don't see, and being rich, it's a moving target. Your species rarely measures money in absolutes. You compare, always. From childhood to retirement, your sense of enough is shaped by those around you. Not what you need, but what others seem to have. Alain de Botton calls it status anxiety, a silent pain that spreads even among the successful. It is the fear that you're not doing well enough, not in the eyes of the universe, but in the eyes of your neighbor. The moment wealth becomes a scoreboard, no victory is satisfying. The numbers rise, but peace does not follow. You chase not money, but the feeling that you matter. Let us revisit John. Now a CEO, he earns more than most people in his country. But with each promotion, something curious happens. His expenses rise, his time becomes scarce, his relationships thin. He doesn't feel richer. He feels trapped. This is what happens when self-worth becomes tied to net worth. Your identity becomes fragile, vulnerable to the next market crash or the next friend's promotion. Affluenza, as John DeGraff describes, is not a disease of greed, but of exhaustion. The belief that more will finally be enough, but it never is. Now consider what Dunn and Norton found in Happy Money. Money can buy happiness, but only when used wisely. Happiness comes from experiences, not objects, from giving, not hoarding, from intention, not impulse. And yet, many wealthy individuals continue to accumulate things, not because they bring joy, but because they fear what life will feel like without them. The luxury bag becomes a burden. The vacation becomes content for others, not rest for the soul. Ironically, the more you have, the more you fear losing it. You become a custodian of your fortune, not its master. As your wealth grows, so does your anxiety. About taxes, investments, recession, reputation. You no longer live, you maintain. You no longer enjoy, you protect. And that fear, that endless vigilance, that's not freedom. That's another form of poverty. Now we arrive at the deepest layer. Vicki Robin, in the book Your Money or Your Life, asks, what is your money actually for? Most cannot answer this. They worked, they earned, they accumulated, but they never paused to ask why. Without meaning, money is like water in a leaking jar. It never fills you up. And the greatest irony, sometimes those with less, but who live intentionally with purpose and simplicity, feel far richer than billionaires locked in golden cages. This is what Thomas Stanley found in the book, The Millionaire Next Door. True wealth is not found in display, but in discipline. So, dear humans, why do rich people feel poor? Because poverty is not just a lack of money, it's a lack of satisfaction, a lack of purpose, a lack of inner peace. Wealth, when untethered from meaning, becomes noise. And here's the final question I leave for you. If you could no longer compare yourself to anyone else, would you still feel rich?